Yesterday we have seen like how to write a first Java program, and we have seen things like we have specified about keyword, and we have got to know what is an identifier, and we have got to understand some important terminologies, isn't it? Like access modifier, uh, what does the static keyword means, and what are the return types, right? Things like that. In the simple Java program, we got to know about so many terminologies, right? I have introduced you about some keywords. Like there are actually 51 keywords in Java, right? And this table has only 50 keywords, and these two keywords are not being used anymore. Go to this go to is not being used anymore, and this constant is not being used anymore. Right? So after eliminating these two, we have 48 keywords, and there are like some keywords like null, true, and false. And even though they are not considered as a keyword, they we cannot use this as identifiers. If a user wants to use some a kind of name for an identifier, these words cannot be used as an identifier, right? And we have seen things like what is class, right? And I have explained about what is class and why it is important to declare a class, because whatever the things that we are writing in Java, it has to be encapsulated inside the class. The variables and behaviors or methods, the data on the method has to be encapsulated inside the class. Right? You can have any class name. It is user defined, right? And we have discussed about access modifiers, and we have discussed about non-access modifiers, right? And we have also seen about discussed about the static keyword. Why, like this is how you can write the main method, because this is how the Java is designed. So I have already mentioned that we need to follow some set of rules and regulations when you're writing a first Java program. And while following the rules of regulations, we have come across several things. The discussion is still going on. Today we will understand a little more about this Java program and why it is important to how to save the Java file, how to perform the compilation and execution. Right? This control flow is very important. We are analyzing it in a deep way. Try to focus here. So let me continue where it is. Yesterday I have stopped exactly on the main method part, right? Public static void main. We have discussed about the main method, right? And if you see here, after the main method discussion, we are left to discuss about this system.out.println. Right? We know one thing: whatever we are writing, whatever the data that we are giving here, is getting printed in the console. We know that whatever the data you give will be printed in the console. What is the system and what is this out and what is this println? It has also been specified here. It is a println is a predefined method. System is a predefined class, and out is predefined reference variable. Right? I will tell you one thing today. So whenever you are writing a Java program, so let me write the program here once again. Some default things will be taken care by the compiler. Some things that are required will be taken care by the compiler. In this example, let me take the same program. Let me take the same program, and the compiler will do some changes. I mean, the compiler will add some extra things. You'll understand what is it. The name of the class is class A. Class first. So this is the developer design, and the developer has the class name as first tab, and he is going to have a main method public static string array box. And in this case, in this example, we are replicating the same example. System.out.println hello world. So this is what the typical class, right? This is a developer's code, a complete developer's code. When this code is getting compiled, the compiler will add some things. Compiler will check if the developer has declared any package or not. So we haven't declared any package, so no issues. Package declaration is not mandatory, but it is highly recommended. The package declaration is not there. First thing is package is not declared. Let me write that here. So the compiler will identify what? Package is not declared. Secondly, if you see here, the system.out.println, system is a class. It's a class, and out is a reference variable, and println is a method. So these things has to get recognized by the compiler. So when you download Java, in Java you will have a lot of dot class files, lot of libraries it will have. Right? So these things are like defined by the user, and this also defined by the user. But when you are giving this instruction like system.out.println, right, we are getting the print output as hello world. But compiler has to identify where this logic is existed in the Java. In order to identify that, compiler will add another line in the under this compiler will add what? Will add an import statement. Import java.lang.start. Even though if you are declaring it explicitly, if you are not declaring this explicitly, compiler is going to add this. Understand that, right? By default, compiler will add this. During the compilation, compiler is going to add this. Because this package, java.lang, the package, like inside the Java, in the lang package, we have references to system class, like out variable and println method. The control will be transferred to lang package. Inside the lang package, some operations will be done behind the scenes, and those operations as an output, like it will display hello world. Internally, these things happen, right? So what I am saying is, even though the developer is describing the Java code as this, the compiler will make some changes. Changes in the sense, the changes will not be limited to the code. It will add some additional instructions. First, it will check if the package is declared or not. We haven't declared any package. If you have declared any package, it will create a folder. The package is declared, it will create a folder. If not, it will not create any folder. First point. Second point is, it will check if we are importing anything. If we are not importing anything, by default it will import this, right? It will import this by default. And if you see this import is also a keyword. Where is this import keyword? You can find import is also a keyword. By default, it is going to import this package. Under this package, we have functionality for this particular line. Right? It is not like when you give system.out.println, the compiler get recognized only after checking whether the system.out.println is existed in this lang package. It will go there, it will check in the lang package. Yes, of course, it is available in the lang package. All the functionalities related to this line is available in the lang package. It will execute that functionality. That's the reason why we are getting internal. These are internal things. We will learn that slowly. So the control will go to this package, and the functionality will get executed. You as an end user, you will see the output as hello world, because that is what you have given here. Instead of hello world, if it is like hi, same thing, control will go here, hi will be displayed. Whatever the content that you are writing here, whatever the text data that you are giving here will be displayed. Okay. This is all about what a simple Java program. If we are doing like I have just performed the postmortem, and we have got to know these are the keywords, and we got to know these are the rules and regulations that one has to follow. Right now the interesting topic will be followed here. Topic is saving the Java file and compilation. We will complete that today. Let me save this. Now we're going to discuss saving the Java file. And first, we will discuss about saving the Java file. So we have written the small piece of Java code. This is the just assume that this is the piece of Java code. Let me take the same things. Class, first tab, public static void main string array aux. Now there are some rules and regulations that you have to follow when you are saving the Java file. What are the rules and regulations? We are going to discuss that. Allow T. Right? Very simple Java program, usual Java program, and we are going to discuss about the saving part. So usually we write the Java code in the text editors. We write that here. Java code will be done or has to be written in a text editor. Whatever the code that you're writing in the text editor, it will be considered as a code in the English language, in the high level language, right? So what are the common text editors that you can use to write the code? You can use Notepad, you can use Word, MS Word, things like that. Any text editor you can use, etc. Right? So let us assume that we have written this code in the Notepad. You have just written the code in the Notepad. It's a Java code. A simple text editor. Rules to save the Java code. And there are some set of rules and regulations that you have to follow as a programmer to save this to save the typical Java code. The rule number 1 is you will have to save the Java code with .java extension. And this is not limited. This is not the one thing that you have to do. Another thing is, and you will also need to ensure that it is saved as saved with the class name if the public element is specified. I will explain you this. See, very simple to understand. It has to be saved with .java extension. This is very clear. So look at here. Just try to read this line. You will also need to ensure that it is saved with the class name if the public element is specified. What does it mean? If the class is public, here I haven't declared any access modifier. The class does not have any access modifier. It means it is default, right? I haven't declared anything, it is default. If it is default, you can say with any name, but if it is public, let us assume that it is public class. It is a public class, then we have to ensure that the file name should be same as the public class name. In this case, the file name should be what? First app.java. That is what it says. In this case, example, the file name has to be saved as first app.java as the class class is declared with public access modifier. Rule number 1. Hope this is making sense. If it is public class, if it is public, the class is public, it should be same as the class name. First app dot Java. Right? Since we have only one class and the access modifier of that particular class is public, we are saving this. Sometimes there will be situation we may be having what n number of classes. We may be having 3 classes, right? In all the 3 classes, if any class is public, the name of the file should be same as the public class name. Second rule. Rule number 2. If the name of the let me write like this. If there is no access modifier public access modifier is specified, then you can save the file with any name. However, it is highly recommended to save the file with the main class. So rule number 2, what it says, sometimes we may come across many classes. So I will be having class A, I will be having number of classes, class B and class C. So in the class C, let me take the main method, public static void main. String array. This is just a shortcut. Rule number 2, what it says, if you are having any number of classes, I mean, if there is no public access modifier, if there is no public access modifier is specified, then you can save the file with any name. However, it is highly recommended to save the file with the main class name. In this place, we have a number of classes, and C is the main class, right? Because inside the class C, we have declared the main method. So in this case, the name of the class should be what? C.Java. It is a recommendation, not a compulsion, recommendation. However, rule number 3. Rule number 3, what it says, you cannot have, you can declare at most one class as public, and if you are declaring more than one class as public, you will get compilation error. This is very simple to understand. Rule number 3 says, so let me take it here to understanding. Okay, I have 3 classes. I can have at least one class as public. What does it mean? I can declare one class as public. I can declare B as public, I can declare C as public, I can declare A as public. This is possible. One class can be public. For example, if I am declaring class B as public, what should be the name of the file? It should be b.java. If I am declaring class A as public, the file name should be a.java. If I am declaring class C as public, the file name should be c.java. But I cannot declare two classes as public. I cannot do this. Two classes cannot be public. You will get compilation error. At most, you can have one class as public in a particular Java file. In a particular Java file, you may have hundred number of classes, but at most only one class can be public. Why one class can be public? Because the saving convention is like the file name should be same as the public class name. If there is no public classes, no problem. You can save it in the rule number 2 says if there is no public access modifier, is specified, then you can save the file with any name, no issues. It can be class name, but it is highly recommended to save the file with the main class name. Right? The rule number 3 says you can declare at most, spelling mistake, at most one class as public. And if you are declaring more than one class as public, you will get compilation error. This is a rule number 3. You cannot violate any rule. You cannot violate any one of the rules, because this is how you need to save the Java program. This many rules you have to follow when you are trying to save not even the compilation. You are just trying to save the program, and this is how you have to. So you have to follow these 3 rules: rule number 1, rule number 2, and rule number 3. You can declare at most any one, and if you are declaring more than one public class, you will get compilation error. Hope this is making sense. Saving the Java file. This is how you can save the Java file. Right? Just type as in the chat box if you have understood till now. Again, I am repeating. Let me reiterate. 3 rules needs to be followed to save a Java file. Rule number 1, you will have to save the Java file .java extension is mandatory, and you will also need to ensure that it is saved with the class name if the public element is specified. The public is specified, save the name as the public class. Right? And second thing is, if no public is specified, then save with any name, no issues, but it is recommended to save with the main class. Third one is, you can have at least one public class. So declaring more than one public class, you will get what? Compilation error. These are the 3 rules that one has to follow. Right? And so we have these rules are little bit clear now. Right? Now the next thing is, there are some terminologies that we must understand. So here I have mentioned that Java code will be written or has to be written in a text editor. So this is only for the learners, beginners. Who are the beginners? We are the beginners because we are just learning Java. So when you are it's like you are just learning, right? So I recommend you to learn the Java in the notepad, in the text editors, right? But when you go to companies, when you go to big companies in the future, any company in the future, they don't use text editors. Instead, they use what? IDEs. Companies will use IDEs. IDEs are nothing but it is an acronym for Integrated Development Environment. It will simplify the development. So some of the examples of IDEs are, it is a tool. I will show you. Eclipse, IntelliJ, it means XTS, etc. It will simplify the development. It is just like so. If you see this, when you want to, let me give you the real-time analogy. When you want to wash clothes, there are 3 ways to wash clothes, right? One is by hands, with your hands you can wash. Very manual. Very manual. It is going to take a lot of time, right? That way you can do. When you are trying to wash your clothes by your hands, it will take a lot of time. But the output is same. Output is the unwashed clothes will be converted into washed clothes. That is how you make laundry, right? Secondly, another way is you can use washing machine. The washing machine is going to what? Do the simplification, little efforts. You as a person, you do not have to do much thing. You just like use some basics, give some water, add some powder, washing powder, and switch on the electricity. Things will be done. Likewise, when a particular programmer has to develop a code, you as a beginner should learn by using Notepad. Using Notepad is like washing your clothes with your bare hands. Using MS Word is like washing your clothes with your bare hands. And using IDs are like washing your clothes with washing machine. Things are getting simplified, easier, time consuming, time saving. But you learn a lot of things when you use Notepad. This is my recommendation. In future, in the OOPS concept, we will, after completing OOPS concept, we will switch to IDEs, Eclipse IDE. Let me show you the IDE. This is one of the IDEs. Instead of using Notepad, you can use this IDE to develop any Java software. This will simplify the things. Right? You do not have to. You will not have any dependency on command prompt. There is no picture for the command prompt when you use IDs like this. It's getting open. Let's go. Let it open. So this is the rules, and the code that you are writing in any editors, they are technically called as source code. And you don't, usually you are not supposed to share your source code. Source code has some secrecy. We call it as, it's a kind of plan. You don't reveal your plan, right? For example, the iPhone makers, they just sell the product. They don't sell the technology. Hope you're able to understand. They just sell the product. They don't transfer the technology to any other country. Because transferring the technology is like, selling this secrecy, selling all the secrets. It's like, for example, if you are seeing a magician, they don't reveal their secrets, because if they reveal the secrets, they cannot make money anymore, right? So they will they will keep the secrets. As long as the secrets are protected, they make money. Likewise, even the technology transfer won't happen in real time. Country to country technology transfer will not happen. You can you can drive you can pilot the aeroplane, but internally you don't know the technology, because they don't sell the technology. They only sell the products. Right? Likewise, if you are developing any Java code, the Java code is like, by using Java code, you are developing any kind of software. You don't share the source code. That's what I'm trying to say. The code that you're writing in any editor, they are called as source code, and you won't share the source code to your clients. You will share only the executable file, which is called as .class file. We will understand this. So you must understand source code. What is a source code? In simple words, source code is nothing but the code that you are writing in any editor. This is a source code. This is a typical source code. Source code. Right? So let us understand these three rules in a simple, what we call it as, in the real time. Let me open my notepad. Let us understand these rules. What happens if these rules are getting violated. Let me take a simple class. Let me take class first app. Public static void main string array box. System dot out dot println. What is it? Let us say hello. So rule number one. Let's go back to the rule number one and see. Let's violate them. You will have to say the Java code with .java extension, and you will have to also need to ensure that it is saved with the class name if the public element is specified. So let me specify the public element. Let me specify this class as public. Public. It says I need to save with first app.java. Let us violate this rule and try to save with a different name. It has to be saved with first app.java because the rule says the name of the class is public. So it is mandatory to save this file as first app.java. But if I am violating this rule, what is going to happen? Let us violate this rule. Let me save it as second app.java. Violation. Second app.java. File has been saved. No problem. File has been saved. But what happens during the compilation? That's the question. Java C space second app.java. See what it says. File not found second app.java. Java C options. Let me go back to that folder. So it is getting saved in different location. Java C. Let me save it here. It has been saved successfully. Let me perform the compilation now. I hope you are able to see the error. Second app error class first app is public. Hey boss, you have declared the first app as public. Please save the file name as first app.java. Right? This is error that you are getting. It is not accepting. I have just violated the rule number one. So this is the repercussions. These are the consequences. Right? So this is giving some justification. Right? When the rule number one is violated, let me write that here. So violations. When rule number one is violated, you get the following error. This is what the error that you are getting. Because the name of the Java file is first app.java. It is declared with public access modifier. If it is public, the file name should be same as the public class, which is first app. But instead of first app, we have saved the application with the .java extension with second app.java. A different name has been given. So this is a kind of rule number one violation, right? So this the violation is happening. This is what error we are getting. It is asking us to change it to first app.java since it is declared as public. Right? So if I want to eliminate this error, I can do two things. Either I can remove this. First, I can remove this. If I remove this, no issues. Because since it is not public class, I can save this file as with any name, no issues. Right? So let me run like this. Okay. Save. Let us see if we are getting any error. I have just removed what. Now we are not getting any error. This is acceptable. Why this is acceptable? Because we have been specified the public access model. the public access modifier is not specified, you can save the file with any name, no issues. But it is highly recommended to save with first-app.java. That is what rule number 2 says. Rule number 2 says if there is no public access modifier specified, then you can save the file with any name. However, it is highly recommended to save the file with main class. So it is, the condition is okay. It is getting executed, just it is getting compiled because it is not a compulsion, it is just a recommendation. Right? So let us violate third rule. Third rule, you can declare at most one public class as public. If you are declaring more than one class as public, you will get compilation errors. So this is class app. Let me take two more classes. Class A, class B. Class A, class B, class app. So there are no public access modifiers in this example. So I can save the file with any name. It can be a.java, it can be b.java, it can be first app.java, or it can be any other name. No issues because there are no public access modifiers. But if I keep class B as public, then it is compulsory to save the file name as b.java. Right? Let me save that. Save as b.java. Right? No matter where the main method is, the name of the file should be what? b.java. Till compilation. So let me compile this. Java C space b dot. No errors. Acceptable. That is the rule, right? Public class B is public b.java. Class A is public a.java. If class A and class B both are public, violation. At most one class can be public. This is the violation. Right, let me run this. I'm saving this. Let me run this. Violation of rule number 3. D. Class A is public should be declared in file name a.java. It says class A is public. You should declare the file name as a.java. Okay, let us follow that. Let us save this file as a.java. I have saved this file as a.java. Let me run this one once again. Java C space a.java. Now see. Now it says class B is public should be declared in a file name as b.java. Right? It is an ambiguity is created here. Compiler is okay with the file name, but it is finding two public classes. Compiler is designed in such a way that it has to identify only one public class. The rule should be like in a particular Java file, it has to identify what? Only one public class. If it is identifying more than one public class, it's a violation. It's getting confused. You have saved the file name as a.java, but compiler is like, hey boss, I am finding class B is also public. Please change the file name as b.java. If you do so, it's asking us to change, vice versa is happening. A lot of confusion is happening. Now can I say a file name like ab.java? You cannot save a file like, you cannot save like that in any operating system. That is why a class should have at least one public, at most one public class. If you violate the rule, this is what you get. Right? I don't think you need the violation of rule number 2. User spaces. Okay. rule number 3 is violated, you will get the following error message. From the error message, we can conclude, right? We can have the immediate conclusion that if a particular file can have only one public class. This is the error that we have got. Two classes are public. So I can write like this, right? To avoid this, please ensure that a Java file can have at least at most one public class. At most, can it is okay to not to have any public class. If you are having public classes, you can keep you can declare public only for a one class. At most one public class. It's a compulsion, not a recommendation. Right? Oh, this is making sense. Right? So we have just discussed about what we call it as how to save the Java. These many rules one has to follow to save the Java file. And on top of that, we have also discussed about what are the repercussions that happen when you are violating these rules. Right? So let me show you this. So this is what the IDE looks like. Yes. No notepad, nothing. Write the code here and run here. That's it. Internally compilation will happen and execution will happen internally. You don't have to use command prompt. So these things are like washing machine, right? I have already we have compared that washing machine analogy with this tool, right? So I hope the first Java program, writing the first Java program is clear. Just type S in the chat box so that we can proceed further. Okay. Now, so the topic is going to be a little bit interesting, right? I will just explain you how to perform the Java installation in theory, and what are the things happen when you do the Java installation. In theory, I will explain you. Before that, the interview question can be like this. Even see, you will believe it or not, even the person who is holding or who is having the 5 years of experience, more than 5 years of experience, they get this kind of questions. Question is will be like, is it possible to declare more than one public classes in a Java file? This level is a pressure level question, and you can anticipate this question even for the experienced candidates. Right? The answer is what? No. It is not possible. Why it is not possible? We have to define these rules. It's a rule. It's a Java rule. You have to define this rule. You have to specify this rule. Right? So if you want to elaborate this very deeply, Java has to be, we can say like this. Java can be written in a text editors or IDEs, and is called as source code. This source code needs a compilation. Why it needs a compilation? Because compiler is a kind of component where it will check for errors. Compilation, and before even compiling, the compiler will check The source code has followed the rules of saving conventions or file saving conventions. Right? And what are the roles? These are the roles. Why these are the roles? This is the internal design because the code is in the form of English, but we are saving this code with .java extension, right? In the .java file, we can have many number of classes, right? But only one class has to be public because this is internal design. You do not have to research further. This is internal design. That's it. They ask you what are the roles, and these are the roles. I hope this is making sense. This is one of the interview questions. Even for the experienced candidate, they can face this. Even for the what non-experienced candidate, no, or expected. This answer is question is accepted. Right? Hope it is making sense. Right now, the next thing is we will have to understand about the compilation before even understanding about full-fledged about the compilation. We'll understand how to what happens when the Java software is installed. This is a theory part. How to install Java software. So far we have discussed rest about the saving the Java file. There's many rules and regulations one has to follow to save the Java file. After this, the compilation part is there. After saving the code will be sent to compiler. Before even understanding about the compiler, let us understand what exactly happened behind the scenes when you install the Java software. How to install the Java software. I will give you the theory. You just try this today. Right? If you're not understanding, I will help you out tomorrow. Right? Let's discuss this. How to install Java software. Right? So before installing Java software, if you ask me, there are so many versions in Java. Let me show you that. Let me show you. There are about 21 Java versions in the market. Where did I say? Okay. If you're able to see this picture, the market, these many versions are there. I think it is visible. Totally, there are, if you see, that this picture is not getting fitted here. Let me take this here. Let me save this. So there are about 21 Java versions. Java 1.0 it starts from Java 1.0 and Java 21 till we have Java 21 versions. And LTS says long-term support. You may face this kind of general questions. It's like how many Java releases are there in the market, then you will have to say that there are 21 Java releases, 21 Java versions. Latest version is Java 21. It was released in September 19, 2023, and the upcoming version is Java 22. It is anticipated to be released in March 2024. So LTS means long-term support. Right? And you might be having question, which Java software you have to learn? There are 21 versions in the market. Which I have to learn? That is the question, isn't it? The things that we are going to discuss is up to Java 8. Up to Java 8 we will be discussing from Java 1 to Java 8. And if you see, for example, versions are there for every electronic instrument, for every software, everything in the market. There are versions. Versions keeps getting updated. When you take iPhone has a lot of versions from now we have the latest version iPhone 15, right? So if the iPhone 15 is there, and again it is anticipated for iPhone 6, some future versions will be there. Each and every version is like increasing its functionality, increasing its capability, and a lot of new features are getting added in each and every version. Likewise, Java is also adding new features in each and every version. Right? If you ask me, in the market, the 90% of the software industry is using Java 8 version, Java 7 and Java 8. Right? So Java, see, this is maintained by, I will write this in Java softwares are maintained by Oracle Corporation. So LTS means long-term support. So Java 8 is long-term support because Java 8 is one of the major versions. A lot of changes has happened with Java 8. Right? Previously Java 5 was a major version, and Java 8 is now it is a major version. Long-term support means even in the future, even in the next 10 years, you will find support for Java 8. That is what LTS means. If LTS is not mentioned, it means in future Java supports Oracle will not support Java 7, and the applications and softwares that were developed on top of Java 7 will not be supported by Java people. Right, so we are learning Java 1.0 to Java 8. Right? Sir, if there are 21 versions, is it necessary to learn all the versions? There are small changes in Java 9, Java 10, Java 11. Small changes will be there. These things are making the complicated things are making easier, simplified. You just have to learn few additional things. That is not a big deal. Majority of the concept will be covered till Java 8. And these things are like each and every version they will add some new functionalities, but the core concept will remain the same. Right? Don't get afraid. There are 21 versions. I need to learn all the versions. No, it is not like that. Fundamentals are same for all the versions. Only few additional few functions will be added, and time will take care. Since all the industries are adopted to Java 8 version, it's going to take a lot of time, to jump from version to version. Java 8 is LTS, long-term support. Hope you're able to understand. Right? So, we are trying to install, we are going to install Java 8 software. We're going to install what? Java 8 will be to install Java 8. Very easy, very simple. The process is very simple. Follow this process, right? And one more thing, exactly at 9 o'clock, the call will get disconnected. Okay, just rejoin. We'll continue for next 15 minutes. Just rejoin. 15 or 20 minutes. I will not take more than 20 minutes. Okay. When you get disconnected, try to rejoin. Okay. Very simple. To install Java software, let me go to Google. So what you have to type, just type what? Java 1.8 download. Just to type Java 1.8 download. Let me take the screenshot. Step 1. Just type this in the Google. Right, let me write that here. Hmm. Let me write that here. Step 1, just type Java 1.8 download. First step, right? Step 2, so click enter. You will find this first in the first very first line. You will find Java SE8 archive downloads. You will have to click this, right? This is step 2. Click on the above link. Step 2. It says Java SE8 archive downloads, right? And the step 3, after clicking here, you will be taken into the Oracle website, right? Inside the Oracle website, you will find like this Java SE development kit, Java standard edition development kit. Under this, we will have the product names, product file description. So this is for Linux operating system, this is for Mac operating system, Solaris and Windows operating system. This represents that 32-bit operating system, this represents 64-bit operating system, right? So this represents we have two operating system. If you are using Windows, you can choose this. You can you will have to click just on the option that is available here. If your operating system is 64, click here to download. If your operating system is 32-bit, here it is saying 86. It is nothing but the 32-bit operating system. You have to click here. Depends upon your OS, you can click. Right. So step 3 is file import to canvas from a file. This is the step 3. Try this today. If you are not getting it, I will help you out tomorrow. Step 3. I am assuming that you are using Windows operating system based on my assumption, right? So I am taking the screenshot. Step 3. Choose the operating system under the Java standard Java SE table to download the respective Java software. Right? Step 3. After this, if you click here, so mine. I am using 64-bit operating system. If you click here, you will get. You will have to accept the terms and conditions, right? After this, you will have to hit download. So download will not get happened directly. You will be redirected to this page. Don't worry about this page. Step 4. So this is step 4. So step 4 is very simple. Please accept the terms and conditions, right? Please accept the terms and conditions shown above and click on download, right? So after clicking on download, you will be redirected to a new page. Step 5. After clicking on download, you will be seeing this page, Oracle sign in. You will have to do the sign in. No worries, it will just ask you some details. You will have to create an account with Oracle. Please use valid username, valid name, and everything valid. You will get an email from Oracle. It is free only. No worries, and you will have to acknowledge it. That's it. After the acknowledgement, download will be started. So this is what step 5. Step 5. Please click on create account. You will be asked to fill in some information. Ensure that the email is valid. Whatever you do with your address name is secondary, but email should be valid one, because you will get any link to your email address. This is the one thing that you will have to take care. Email needs to be valid. Then after validating this, step 6. After validating your email, the download will be started. Step 7. The Java software will be found in the downloads folder. 7 steps, you follow this today or tomorrow, right? So you can find the Java folder Let me show you that. Inside the downloads, you will find this Java. It will be like this. Hope you're able to see. Java setup, something like this, right? It will be like this, right? You can see that in the downloads folder. Like this. Step 7. Right? So download is completed. So do you think after downloading it, we will be able to get access to the Java? We will be able to run the Java in the command prompt. It is not like that. So downloading is just like purchasing things online. For example, let us understand this part. You will have to perform two things to run a Java code in your computer or operating system. What are the two things? First thing is download the Java software from the Oracle website. We have done that already. We are assuming that we have downloaded the Java software. Secondly, downloading is one thing and installation is the second thing. Installation means install the Java software. I hope you know all this downloading and installing. So downloading is just like purchasing things online. For example, let us go back to that washing machine example. I'm always fond of washing machine because washing machine in the real time, it will help us a lot to understand the things real time. So this is my washing machine. I have placed it the order in the Amazon or any commercial website. I have placed it the order. Right. So washing machine will come like a package. So they will pack things inside the package. So let us understand that this is a package. Inside this washing machine will be there, and there will be what? There will be a book instructions to use the washing machine. Small book will be there. Instructions book will be there, right? And we also get some plumbing things like some wires, electrical equipment, wires, some inlet and outlet pipe. So in the package we will be a washing machine. On top of washing machine we will be having what? Some wires for electrical connection, some pipes for inlet and outlet, and a small tiny book, instructions, tiny book with instructions. Tiny book with what? Instructions. Instructions how to use washing machine. They pack this in a package, right? So this washing machine will be delivered to your house, right? This washing machine will be what? It will be delivered to your house. Once it is delivered to your house, it is just like downloading software in your system, just like downloading the software in the system. It will be delivered to your house, right? As soon as the washing machine is delivered, can you wash your clothes? No, right? So in this case, downloading the software is like what? The software will be saved in a specific location. I mean, the software is delivered, you can say. Delivered, and it will be saved in your downloads folder. right? Apply the same thing to your what we call it as washing machine. Washing machine will be delivered outside of your house, right? But you will have an option to inform the delivery boy to ensure that the washing machine is getting placed in the right location. We will help you with that, right? So here the software is saved in the download folder by default. By default, the washing machine will be kept outside by default. But you have an option to change the location of the washing machine. Instead of delivering it directly outside, you can ask him to deliver it to the exact room that you want to operate your washing machine, right? Like that, you can I can move the software to any other folder as per according to my wish. But let us keep it in the download folder only. So let the washing machine be outside. Let it be outside, right? As soon as washing machine delivered, we need to perform what? We need to operate work. We need to ensure that the washing machine is working properly or not. We need to choose the right place. So we need to perform what? Installation. Without installation, the package will be packaged. Right? After the delivery, you will have to install the washing machine. Installation means what? Placing the washing machine in the right place. Right place means again it has to get access to what? Electricity, and you need to do some plumbing work for the inlets and outlets. So electricity, you need to set up the electricity. Electricity wire should be connected to electric switch. You need to get access to electricity, and you need to do some plumbing work for inlets and outlets, because washing machine uses a lot of water, isn't it? Some pipelines. It doesn't look like a pipe. Some pipelines to ensure inlet and outlet. Okay, this is what the complete installation. After installing this, you will be able to use your washing machine. You will be wash your clothes. It needs some installation to be performed. It consumes electricity, it consumes water, and it will discharge the dirty water, and your clothes will be. This is installation process for the washing machine. Likewise, downloading the software is not enough, and you need to perform the installation. Hope it is clear till now. You have just downloaded the software. Let us understand how to install the software. Right? Now, installing the Java software. First, just double click on the Java folder that is found in the, just double click on the Java software that is found in the downloads folder. Firstly, second, after double clicking, by default the software is designed to get installed in the C drive. Usually all the software that you are downloading, it will be installed directly to the C drive by default. You will have to click on next and finish. You will have to click on next, finish, right? You will be able to find the installed software in the C drive, program files, and a Java folder will be created. There will be JDK. By default, you will find the installation in this Java folder. See, in the C program file Java. right? So downloading the software and installing the software, it is not yet completed. Now what will happen, as soon as the Java software is installed, let's assume that this is a Java software. As soon as you complete performing the installation, you can find two folders. Two folders you will be finding in this Java software after the installation. One you will see JDK. Second one is JR. So JDK is acronym for Java Development Kit. KRE is an acronym for Java Runtime Environment. I'm keeping it very simple. After installing the Java software, let me show you. So this is where it gets installed. Go to the C drive. The C drive, you will find a Java folder. Not this one. 1 minute. Program files. Inside the program files, you will find Java folder. So you can find JDK 1.8 and JRE 1.8. Two folders will be there. You open JDK, you can find lot of things. If you open JRE, you will find lot of things. We'll discuss about this tomorrow, right? So this is what happened. I request you to complete till here tomorrow by following these instructions. Right? I request you to complete till here. Download the Java software and perform the complete installation. It is very easy. Just you have to click on next. It will be finished, and you will be finding the. You will have to find the Java folder. Inside the Java folder, you will be seeing what the JDK folder will be there and JRE folder will be there. Right? We are working on the installation. Installation is not yet complete. We need to give what? To take washing machine as an example, you need to give the wire connection. You need to give what? Pipeline connection. Likewise, in Java, you need to do some little configuration, right? So in this case, the washing machine is getting where it is package is getting delivered inside your house. And if you take that example, this Java software is getting saved in your operating system. Here the operating system is called as your house. So the Java software will be using your operating system. Likewise, the washing machine is using your house. The Java software is going to use your operating system, right? In your operating system, there will be the memory has been divided into many categories like C drive, D drive, E drive. So many bifurcations are there, right? So if you take the washing machine as an example, in your house there will be so many rooms: bedroom, hall, kitchen, so many rooms. You have to choose the right place to install the software. Likewise, you have to choose the right place to install the washing machine. Likewise, you have to choose the right place to install the software. You need to consider your operating system to install the software in the right location. We'll see these things tomorrow, and after this and again I will give you the brief, deep understanding about how this first Java code will get executed internally. It will be very interesting. So far you have seen these things just like that. We will understand how this Java software will get communicated to the operating system. That will be very interesting. Right? I will share this file to you. Please let me know if you have any doubts so far. Any doubts, guys? No, sir. What about you, Ganesh? Okay. That's all for today. I am not going to eat your brain anymore. I mean eat, not eat. So let's discontinue today, and we will continue discussing about this tomorrow. By tomorrow, you will get complete understanding how the Java is getting communicated with the operating system. Right? See this video today, you both, and I will share this video to the other guy also. He is not available today for some reasons. See this video and do the installation.